the former president will not return, or that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power in the United States?
Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power by if he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president.
Things invented after Dianne Feinstein was born. If you close one eye and then squint the other one and rock back and forth, she doesn't look a day over 89. Dianne Feinstein is older than the San Francisco 49ers, the atomic bomb, the ballpoint pen. She's 5 years older than the ability to photocopy. She's older than the creation of Spider-Man. Matter of fact, she's older than the creation of Marvel Comics as a whole by about 6 years. So take every one of your favorite Marvel superheroes, and she's older than all of them grouped together. Smells like chocolate chip cookies. Really put it into perspective, Dianne Feinstein's parents were doing the before World War II even started. Oh yeah, she's older than the Harry Truman administration. And remember guys, these videos are not an endorsement of any party, not an endorsement of a political candidate, rather an endorsement of the idea that we need term limits.
What did I say that upset you today?
Babe.
Would you like to speak with me?
Yeah, I'm speaking to you now.
Right. So why are you here today? Why do you think this is important?
Like Donald Trump said, grab them by the pussy.
All right, so we're being surrounded by...
So as an athlete, I think I could say for everybody that dancing after a draw and shanking your lead, extending PK, and then proceeding to smile about it as a captain of this team, and still gleefully smiling in the post-game interview is wild. She was 100% ready to go to Cancun after this game. She was not serious about this.
Oscar's throw is not in time.
He just missed him at second base. This is another rocket of a throw, and now...
Oh, boy.
Now
oh, my goodness. Here come the benches. Off we go. It started with Anderson and Ramirez. Swings being taken. Kopech had to hold him back, and everybody's spilling out here in Cleveland.
Well, now they come running out of the bullpen, which is a bit late, but they're adding some support to the effort. And that was one of the few that you actually saw coming to blows. You don't see that too often. And Timmy is still hot about this.
Welcome to another Monday night. Hello.
Hello. What is happening, sir?
It's Monday. I'm exhausted. It was a long couple of days. I know you are as well.
I am, but still ready to go. Dude,
absolutely.
I love the baseball fight.
The baseball fight was fantastic, and it just came down that Tim Anderson got 6 games.
Okay.
And Jose Ramirez is banned for 3 games.
Wow. I thought he would have got more, but...
No, he got 3 games. Anderson got 6. I think Francona, Sarba, and Clase, I think all got a game.
Did you hear, and I know we got to guess, so I'll make this quick. Did you hear Tom Hamilton's call of the fight?
It was amazing. Yeah, it wasn't on TikTok, so I didn't get it.
I have it. Hold on. I have it right here.
This is the greatest call ever.
This is fan-freaking-tastic. I'm going to try not to swear today.
Why?
Because I'm going to try and do better here.
Oh.
Just in case. In case I ever need to. But here is Tom Hamilton's call. The best ever.
Here it comes. A swing and a smash to first by the diving Vaughn. Down the right field line. Kicks into the corner. Ramirez on his way to second. Head first slide. Safe and in to score is Jimenez. And another hustle double. Right over the bag at first. Now Hosey and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, that was the greatest. He is the best. He is the best at what he does.
What a great call.
It was a great call. We have a lot going on today's show. We got a friend of mine, friend of Triv's, entertainer extraordinaire, Billy Fisher, coming up in just a minute. We have the band Silence and Light coming on. They're all members of the armed forces.
Yeah, or veterans. Yeah.
Veterans. And so they're going to come on, and I think the proceeds for their music actually goes to veterans causes. So that's good. And then we're going to talk to, I believe that her name is Mahet Cook.
Okay.
Now, let me get this right here so I know what I'm talking about. Mahet is an attorney, 2020 State House candidate, business owner from Ohio, previously served as legal counsel for presidential campaigns and the Ohio Governor's Office and the Ohio Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
So she has a resume.
She knows something.
And she's going to be talking about issue 1.
Okay.
Now, I made the mistake of making a comment on Facebook over the weekend to saying vote yes on issue 1.
Okay.
At which point, I was relentlessly harassed, called names, put down, told that I was a member of a cult because I have to support Donald Trump because I'm voting yes for issue 1. I was told that I'm stupid by people that actually I went to high school with, and they know that I went to high. Now these are Ignatius guys that apparently all of a sudden became pro-abortion,
right,
and pro everything that sucks. I was told that I hate cops, to which I responded, "Hey, I've done close to 100, events for police officers.
You did one last week."
Right. And so, I explained, I love police. I go out of my way to try to help police and to honor police. But I was told that I hate them, and I'm a cult member and an ass.
Okay.
Because I'm voting yes for issue 1. Now, it wasn't even just on, my page or the show page. It was just on regular Facebook. I just put, voting yes for issue 1, and was destroyed by some jackass named Steve Bellflower, who lives in Brunswick, I believe. You can probably look him up. He doesn't have a picture. He has 40 friends. I'm going to say his name because he put it out there.
Sure.
I mean, it's on Facebook, so it's, you can look him up on Facebook and do whatever you want with him. But yeah, he has no family to show, no workplace to show. The only thing that he has to show is that he is a member of, I believe the party is called Hate Everything About the Republican Party.
Good.
Is what he is involved in, and decided to just relentlessly stop or continue to go after me for an entire night. And it was really sad. And I felt kind of bad for the guy because he seemed at some point to be obsessed with just telling me how stupid I am.
Right.
He doesn't know me. And he can take his 40 friends and we're going to be clean. So I apologize. I'm not going to say what he should do.
You don't have that little button that says block?
Quit whining on Fuhrer. Okay, you can stop with the Nazi stuff, Jim.
You don't have a block button?
These are the point of me saying this is I'm not trying to whine. What I'm trying to say is we are in a fight for civilization. I heard this on the radio this morning. This may sound a bit radical. Maybe we're going to get banned immediately. Make sure you go to thesethwilliamsshow.com. It's time for revolt in this country. Right. It's time for an utter revolt in this country. It's time that the people on the right stand up against these whack jobs that want to murder children, that want to maim our kids with sex changes, that want to take the guns and get rid of the Second Amendment. You realize, you know what Justin Bibb said, the mayor of Cleveland? Mm-hmm. He said, once issue 1 passes, we're coming for your guns. Let them come for your guns. Let's see what happens.
Charlton Heston said it best for me. I'll take a bullet before I'll give up my gun.
So issue 1 is a lot more than just abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't seem to understand it. Again, these asses that I went to school with apparently were fooled by people like John Legend, who are saying vote no for issue 1. So I'm not whining. What I'm telling you is we are in serious trouble in this country. And if we don't start doing something about it, I talked to a pastor, of all things, a pastor last night, who said, of course, he was talking about God. If God could do everything for us, he would, but he's allowing us to stand up for ourselves.
No.
At some point, we have to stand up for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to do it for us.
Well, we're
about to be a lost country.
We've shown that we could do it once before. Let's see if we can do it again. I hope it doesn't come to all that, but if it does, it does.
Just tell them everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even though it's wrong. Look, I made perfectly clear in all these posts that I was battled in over the weekend that, hey, look, I respect your opinion. Just respect mine.
Right.
I don't tell you what to say and what not to say, or what to do and what not to do. Just respect my opinion. But they don't. So at some point, we have to stand up and say, all right, enough is enough.
Yeah, or you could also just not let them on your page.
You voted for Trump, you're a Nazi. Yes.
Okay, whatever. Well, put me in there. Heil Hitler then, because I voted for Trump too.
So you were bullied to shame for speaking your mind. If you remain silent, they win. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to stand up and enough is enough and say, we're not putting up with this junk anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not putting up with the Antifa people. We're not putting up with these bullies over issue 1 or whatever it is. We're not putting up with any of this crap. We're not putting up with people that say that it's okay for kids to get sex changes when they're 8, 10 years old and then not tell your parents about it. Enough is enough.
Well,
I argue with Mike all the time about this ridiculous subject. Because we're going to bring everybody together and sing songs and everybody hold hands. How about no? How about there's a difference here between right and left? It's now a difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
And wrong is winning all of a sudden. I don't know how that happened. Because we let it happen.
Because we let it happen. That's why. Because 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when people started calling you a name, too many people cowered to it. You're a racist. Oh, whoa, 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 don't call me that. And then people backed off. So then they started using the racist term for everything. Somehow by saying that you like Donald Trump's policies, that makes you a racist. Well, it doesn't. But if you're afraid of being called that, then you back off from it. But, I've stood my ground the whole time. I don't care. I have a joke that I say all the time. Just put it at the end of the cape. Anytime somebody calls me a name, a racist, a bigot, whatever, just put it on the end of the cape. Because I don't care what you call me. You're not that important to me.
But see, I don't really take offense to the names or anything like that because God knows I worked with Triv. I was called names for 13 years of my life. I was called worse than this guy called me. That's for sure.
Right.
But my point is that this is real life now. Dude. This is like these people are coming for your children. They're coming for your guns. They're coming for your rights, and they don't care. They want you to just follow along with what they want you to do.
Well, the revolution will come when they actually try it. Right now, it's still all bullshit, but it's all garbage. But if they, if and when they actually do come, you will see a different, especially the gun people. And I speak as a gun person. You will see a very different side of people than you've ever experienced in your life if you come after the gun people.
I know there's people on the left that are listening who are sitting there going, Donald Trump, election denier, blah, blah, blah. Look up on YouTube. Just go look up on YouTube 12 minutes of Democrats denying elections. It goes all the way back to 20 years ago they've been denying elections.
Right.
They denied the Bush one. They denied... obviously, Hillary's did it 112 times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's believe me, it's full of hypocrisy, but you can't tell anybody that. That's why I don't try to change Democratic thoughts. I don't, because it's waste of my energy. I know this, I'm not changing mine either. I don't give a shit what they say. I really don't. I don't care what they say. I'm not changing my thoughts. So if you want to come and you want to come into my backyard and try and take something, come and take it.
Well, Justin Bibb is coming for you.
Well,
he's coming for your guns.
Tell that little scrawny person that I'm waiting for him.
I was just about to go to Billy. Now he's not there.
He probably ducked out. He hears all this. He's like, "What did I tune into?"
No, Billy's a patriot, man. He's he posts a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, patriot or not, he wants to sell his gigs.
You're still our Führer. Man, how you doing, Rick? Good to see you here. But it really is getting to the point where I don't know what we're going to do.
Well,
you got to stand up.
You do need to, and more people need to. I honestly think it's just a simple factor of standing up with your voice. When somebody comes at you, you just got to say, you know what? 2 middle fingers, jerk off. You know, you just can't take it. You simply cannot just bow to it, and you can never be quiet about it. I can't tell you the amount of hell that I've taken for running my mouth especially during COVID. You know, I mean, dude, I had conversations for my business in Pennsylvania. I talked to state senators and police chiefs and everything else because I told them I wasn't going to close. And I didn't close. I closed when everybody literally had to, when they were sending people around or they were threatening to send people around. But I opened months before my county was in the right color or whatever that thing was. Remember when it was your county's red and your county's yellow? Dude, we were closed for like a month and a half. We opened up and we were just like, too bad. And I took a beating. I can't tell you how many people called me a kid killer and that I was running the Coronacade and all these names and stuff. And I was just like, don't care. You know, all I cared about was that the state police told me they would not arrest my guys. And I opened up and I didn't care what they called me. And you know what? My business survived where like 8 others in my stupid plaza closed. So you got to do what you think is right, no matter what. That's what you got to do. You got to do what you think is right.
But the problem is, talking doesn't seem to be doing good anymore. It really doesn't. Talking doesn't do anything.
No.
They don't care. They don't care what you say. They don't care what you... Even when you present facts, they don't like to hear them.
So then don't present them.
So what do? We're losing a battle here. We are losing a battle between right and wrong.
But the reason we're losing the battle is because we always cave.
There's an attack now on Christians. There's an attack now on
whose
men.
Fault is that?
There's an attack
whose
on
fault
our children.
Is all that? Whose fault is
I
all
guess
that?
it's our own, but how do you change it now?
Well, there's
you
simple
have to
ways.
change it. Now you got to change it.
First of all, when anybody says you need to be this way or that way, like as a man, this new feminized man thing, if they tell you to do something, you tell them no. If they tell you, you know, whatever they tell you, you tell them no, and you do things your own way, and you don't worry about it. You just keep doing things the way you do them. If enough people do that, it'll stop. Same with the Christian thing. When the reason the Christians have had so many problems is because they caved early on. Because people are like, well, you're not very religious if you this or that. Well, you know what? Fine, then I'm not. Then I'm a church of non-religion. You just can't give in on any subject ever. Somebody tells you, look, you know, I've said multiple times on this show and on every other that I'm pro-abortion. And I have heard so many people that have come out to me, glad to know you accept being a baby killer. And you know what my answer is? I do. Not don't call me that, not you don't understand, not anything. I take all the fight out of them. And I just say straight up, I do accept that I'm a baby killer. Now what are you going to say, stupid? You know, you just go at them hard. Fight your battle hard, and you'll find that most people are cowards and do not want to fight you back.
But I don't think there's enough people in this country to stand up anymore. I don't.
I think there is if they're not afraid, if they know they got backup from other people. The problem is nobody stands up for each other.
No, and everybody's quick to use their phones and not to actually do something.
Yeah.
Ooh, stand up.
Let me go on Twitter and tell people how bad you are. Okay, go ahead. Dude, I had the LGBTQIA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after me at one point because I was trying to have a ladies' night at Pinball PA. And they were like, well, we're going to picket and we're going to call the media and blah, blah, blah. And my only reaction was spell the name of the business right. I was not going to cave in and I wasn't going to run my business based on how they wanted it. And I didn't. And I just didn't care.
They are pushing into a civil uprising. Then they say, oh, look, it's their fault.
Yeah, of course. That's what they did on January 6th. Sorry, YouTube. But that's what they did on January 6th. Let everybody in there. A couple people went a little goofy. Not crazy goofy, but a little goofy. And what did they do? They made it sound like the British coming back to take over the states.
Yeah, the insurrection with no weapons. They were uprising with their cell phones.
Well, you had that guy with the horn
and some
hat.
of them walked peacefully through the damn Capitol.
Yeah, but you had that guy with the horn hat that looked
the guy that was where the video shows he was led by the Capitol Police to
looked menacing.
To the room.
Looked menacing. Looked like the perfect scapegoat for all you Trumpers.
The cops let him in and walked him in.
Doesn't matter. Shouldn't have been there.
Look, I'm not standing up for whatever happened on January 6th because there's some things that shouldn't have happened on that day.
Yeah.
But it certainly wasn't the insurrection that the left wants you to believe, and Donald Trump didn't promote it.